Just one. I just need this one. Trust me. The left hook.
I only need one too.
Okay.
You get that too?
That's fine. All right, then we both got it. We both.
What happens when two of boxing's most dangerous punchers meet face to face and neither one is willing to back down? Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the undefeated knockout star, and Keyshawn Davis, the rapidly rising Olympic standout, were expected to simply promote a potential showdown during a press event. Instead, the spotlight shifted as the atmosphere quickly became heated. This was no ordinary promotional appearance. The exchange felt deeply personal, emotions were running high, and the situation escalated far beyond what anyone anticipated. From the instant both fighters walked onto the stage, the mood was noticeably tense. The hostility between them was impossible to ignore, creating an intense atmosphere that had everyone watching closely. N01 in attendance expected the event to unfold the way it did at SO. Let's break down everything that happened. The press conference seemed destined for controversy from the very beginning. Gervonta Davis, already one of boxing's biggest stars thanks to his undefeated record, devastating knockout power, and headline-making moments, entered the room carrying himself with the confidence expected of a reigning champion.
Yeah, that's fine.
What up, though? I'm dead.
Both men arrived at the event carrying plenty of motivation. For Gervonta Davis, the matchup represented an opportunity to answer his critics and remind everyone why he believes he remains the top fighter in the lightweight division. It was a chance to reinforce his status and prove that he still sits at the top of the weight class.
Bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
Ooh, there you go right here. He's a young guy.
Nice combination.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah. Ooh.
It's a harder puncher.
For Keyshawn Davis, this moment was about earning respect at the highest level. It gave him the opportunity to show that he's more than an exciting prospect and that he has what it takes to compete with and challenge the sport's biggest names.
He can punch, but he also can box. You see what I mean? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
Like I said, once again, I'm talking to you, the great Roy Jones, just correct me if I'm wrong. From his last...
The tension between them went beyond boxing ability or tactical preparation. Their feud had been building for weeks across social media, where both fighters regularly exchanged verbal shots and personal insults. Supporters expected a heated encounter, but few imagined how quickly the situation would intensify. Keyshawn arrived with the confidence of an underdog determined to make a statement, while Gervonta carried himself with the poise and self-belief of an undefeated champion. At first, the press conference followed the usual format, with questions about training, preparation, and their plans for the fight. That calm didn't last for long. The atmosphere changed when Keyshawn openly brought up Gervonta's past controversies and legal issues, turning what had started as a routine media event into a much more confrontational exchange.
I would choose Tank Davis. I would not take short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. You got the power, you got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with, and he know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So also go fight from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna.
Gervonta wasn't about to let those remarks go unanswered. He responded with sharp verbal attacks of his own, matching Keyshawn's intensity and refusing to give an inch. As the exchange became more heated, The hostility continued to grow until the verbal confrontation eventually turned into physical shoving. Moments like these aren't entirely unfamiliar when it comes to Tank, who has previously been involved in several public confrontations. As emotions boiled over, the situation threatened to move far beyond a typical pre-fight face-off.
Controversies and legal troubles.
Hey,
Gervonta
Security was already watching the situation closely, but the rising tension proved difficult to contain. Keyshawn moved forward aggressively, and Gervonta immediately answered with the same intensity. Chairs were pushed aside, tables rattled, and within moments the confrontation turned physical. What began as a tense exchange of words quickly erupted into a full-scale altercation. Keyshawn and Gervonta rushed toward one another as security personnel scrambled to separate them. Cameras captured the disorder as members of both camps stepped in, transforming the stage into a scene of complete chaos.
The tension kept building.
The animosity between Gervonta and Keyshawn had been building for months before they ever shared the same stage. Their feud first gained momentum on social media, where Keyshawn publicly accused Tank of avoiding the toughest opponents and protecting his undefeated record by facing opponents he believed posed less of a challenge. Those comments fueled an increasingly heated rivalry that continued to grow in the weeks leading up to the press conference. In public, Tank dismissed the criticism as if it didn't bother him. However, behind the scenes, it appeared that the repeated remarks had clearly gotten under his skin. By the time the press conference arrived, it had become about much more than promotional talk. For Gervonta, it was an opportunity to send message, and the way events unfolded caught nearly everyone by surprise.
Chairs shifted, tables shook, and within seconds, fists were flying. What started as a heated argument exploded into a full-on brawl.
The chaotic scenes at the press conference may have been only the beginning. With a personality like Tank's and a rivalry that has already reached a boiling point, the intensity surrounding this matchup is expected to keep growing as fight night approaches. If the emotions on display during the media event are any indication, the build-up to the bout is likely to remain just as heated as the action everyone expects once the opening bell rings.
Posted those messages about me sparring, I'm really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude, little dwarf. Oopa.
For Keyshawn, the incident served as a reality check. He had entered the event full of confidence, but the confrontation suggested there is still ground to cover before reaching Tank's level. Beyond boxing ability, it highlighted the difference in experience, composure, and the commanding presence that comes with competing at the sport's highest level.
Fight him, bro, because he been tricking the boxing game for too long. He been tricking the boxing game for too long. He makes shit look good. He makes the shit look better.
The most logical next step would be for Tank and Keyshawn to settle their rivalry inside the ring. Interest in the matchup has already been growing among boxing fans, and the explosive press conference has only intensified the demand. With emotions running high and the rivalry continuing to build, many are now eager to see these two finally face each other when it matters most.
Energy he coming with, he can't do all them shenanigans and all that he be doing with other people. He can't do that with me.
But I'm just saying, Key.
Gervonta Tank, Davis has previously suggested that 2025 could mark the final chapter of his professional career. If that remains the plan, every decision he makes carries extra significance. Each fight becomes an opportunity to preserve his undefeated record while continuing to strengthen the legacy he hopes to leave behind as one of boxing's most accomplished champions.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights at the level of his competition.
Yes,
He was doing that a lot.
and he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is...
That is also why a matchup with Keyshawn Davis could be a risky choice for Tank. Keyshawn is young, motivated, and highly talented, with the ability and skill set needed to create serious problems. A fight between them would carry real danger, as Keyshawn has the tools to potentially become the first opponent to defeat Gervonta Davis.
I feel like I beat Tank too, as well. Only time I see him come out fast, that's him in Cruz. I know boxing, and also I know myself, so.
Adding even more intrigue to this potential matchup is Gervonta Davis's own assessment of Keyshawn. Tank has acknowledged that Keyshawn is a talented fighter, even suggesting that he is a stronger competitor than Shakur. That level of respect from a fighter like Gervonta makes the possibility of this bout even more compelling.
Added fuel to the fire.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it was an early knockout. You know, he come out sharp and put the man to sleep. You know, so you know he is next up. He's going to be a great fighter.
He's calling for Tank. Now
he beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
Keyshawn Davis beats Tank, in my opinion. I believe to give him a good ass spanking.
Tank has also been vocal about his doubts regarding Shakur's style, particularly questioning his punching power and level of aggression. In his view, Keyshawn's speed, determination, and ability to create damage make him a more dangerous opponent and a bigger challenge inside the ring.
5 is after next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Adding to the discussion, Shakur is already viewed by many as one of the leading names in the division, with respected figures like Floyd Mayweather showing support and considering him among the best. Shakur has built a reputation as one of the fighters sitting at the top of the lightweight landscape.
Keyshawn ready based on his performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight play
I feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the simple fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him. Because this make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. And if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? Like but it is what it is. He gotta hype himself up, he gotta build himself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that. But like I said, Keyshawn is a great fighter. I always thought Keyshawn was a great fighter.
Now the idea that Keyshawn could be an even greater challenge has taken the conversation to another level. If that claim doesn't raise eyebrows, then very little will. A large number of boxing insiders appear to be backing Keyshawn in this debate, and that level of support shows the amount of respect he has earned throughout the sport.
What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. He don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football. That shit don't win in boxing.
And the reality is, one difficult night inside the ring could completely change the way people view everything Tank has accomplished. With retirement potentially approaching, facing a dangerous opponent like Keyshawn at this stage of his career carries enormous consequences. This would not simply be another fight on the schedule. It would be a major gamble that could impact the undefeated legacy Gervonta has worked so hard to build.
He just jumped. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
pin
that's
him on
easy
game.
He brings a combination of speed, power, and an unpredictable style that could create serious challenges for Tank. Those abilities make him a dangerous opponent and give him the tools needed to test Gervonta in ways few fighters have been able to.
When you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
What is it about him? Because I know you have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I could take...
At only 24 years old, Keyshawn has already started making a name for himself as a serious contender in the sport. His confidence, ambition, and desire to challenge the best fighters in the division show that he is determined to take on the top names and prove he belongs among boxing's elite.
Most pros are siding with Keyshawn on this one.
Floyd Mayweather has now shown his support for Keyshawn Davis, and that endorsement has only intensified an already heated situation. With one of boxing's biggest legends backing Keyshawn, the attention surrounding this potential matchup has grown even more, adding another layer of excitement to the ongoing rivalry.
As a rising star in boxing.
Where you at, Tank? Where you at? Where you at, Tank? That's what was my thought. The call out too after the performance. Come on, man. Look, man. Keyshawn showed. Look, this is what I've been waiting on from Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn has been kind of hot and cold. He finally put it together, man. He got his mental right. His team is right. His skill is on fire, on point, man. And he did it under these circumstances and this pressure. Behind this crowd, man, that dude is a star, bro. Seriously, man. All that weight on his back, bro, he put it down. He was even dealing with his brothers, man. His brothers, his sister singing the national anthem. It was a family affair, bro.
He said his sister had a car crash, too, prior to today, too.
Fire, man. Newborn child as well, man, and he was able to manage all of...
Floyd's involvement appears to go beyond simply giving guidance. He has been seen working with Keyshawn in the gym, helping him prepare for what could become the biggest opportunity of his career. Given Floyd's long history with Gervonta Tank Davis, this connection adds an extra layer of significance and makes the relationship feel more complicated than just a trainer and fighter partnership.
You are real good, but there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we gonna talk about levels, okay.
The relationship between Floyd and Tank has become about more than just boxing. What was once viewed as a strong mentor and student connection eventually began to fall apart as Tank started feeling restricted by Floyd's influence. Over time, he wanted to establish his own identity and prove he was more than just someone following in another fighter's footsteps.
This new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there.
Ooh, no.
Tank's desire was to establish his own path and gain complete independence. But Floyd viewed that move in a completely different way. What Tank saw as the need to grow and make his own decisions, Floyd interpreted as a lack of appreciation and a sign of disrespect toward their relationship.
You, bro. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm going to make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude.
The situation became even more complicated when Floyd began working with fighters who could potentially challenge Tank's place at the top. Now, Keyshawn Davis has emerged as a major figure in this rivalry, adding another layer to the ongoing tension. For Tank, this matchup would represent more than just another fight. A defeat against Keyshawn wouldn't only affect his undefeated record, it could also give Floyd the biggest moment in their personal rivalry. With Gervonta focused on ending his career at the highest level, losing at this stage would be a scenario he wants to avoid at all costs. That's where we'll wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.